Okay, so with that said, this is MF217 and welcome to Mabinogi here. And joining me also is.
Hour.
And it's been a while since I've done anything Mabby related, has it not?
You usually play this off stream.
Well, in any case, hold on, I'm just gonna temporarily move that so it's out of the way of my webcam and all that. So for some reason, he's not automatically locking on to targets even though he's set to auto attack.
Attack range, maybe?
Maybe, I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna desummon him if he's not gonna be any real cooperative help and all that.
Yeah, I've had a literal broom that attacked more than that fuck-off dragon did.
He's meant to be stubborn, admittedly, but that's kind of what I get for tinkering of his AI the way I did.
What do you mean by that?
His AI is different from all my other pets. I can't remember what exactly I did, but it makes him a bit different from every other pet I have.
Are you punching wasps?
No, I'm slicing them with daggers. It just looks that way because they're so weak they only take one hit for me to take down. The larvae, oddly enough, take 2 hits. Nothing else is in here, so. Ah, God damn it. Okay. Okay. Might as well get some of these while I'm at it.
What are you picking up?
Herbs. Like, do you remember a few weeks ago when me and another friend were worried shitless about how they would be revamping the dungeons and all that for the most recent time?
Not particularly, since I don't really play this game a lot.
You really should. Liam's filling your mind of bullshit regarding that Wizard 101 stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't really play that game much either, so he's not really filling my head with anything.
He's rotting your brain just by talking about it, though, like saying it's not like it's more than it actually is. When basically all it is like a free trial for like a few areas at most, and you basically have to pay to access the rest of the game.
His brain rots everyone just by speaking, really.
Like, it's classic pay to play because sure, it may be free up front, seemingly at least, but it is anything but actually free to play. Like, Nabi is more free to play than Wizard 101 is any day of the frickin' week. And you've seen my gameplay to know proof that is indeed the case, right? Like, you know what I'm referring to, right, Power? Mabby is more free to play than Wizard 101 any day of the week is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I mean, you don't usually pay any money to this game, so...
I do sometimes, but that's usually when there's an event I happen to have the money for that. And the majority of the times I don't really have the money, so... And I swear, if they have that discounted premium and VIP membership plan like they did last year, and again, I don't have the funds for it, Joy, I'm not going to be very happy on that. By the way, care to explain what bullshittery you and a few friends showed me last night?
I'm not sure I can easily explain what the hell that anime was.
Some sort of what is basically a Crunchyroll adaptation of an obscure anime that is now forever tainted by the anime adaptation with like crap animation, and the people behind it mostly having done live action stuff before, but have like no experience in the anime industry. And oh boy, does it fucking show. Like, the animation was making me go like, I'm possibly reevaluating my thoughts on the animation quality of Ruby's Volume 1 and 2, considering those had better animation than whatever the fuck was going on screen here. Like, Ruby's first 2 volumes had better animation than whatever the heck was going on with VXR.
Honestly, that anime was... My friends literally looked it up, and that anime was the legitimate worst thing ever, apparently.
The animation is so bad, it makes Sword and Shield look like it was animated by Masterpiece of God. Like, and keep in mind, I don't have anything against the animation quality in Sword and Shield. Like, if I did, you probably wouldn't be seeing me making all those videos. In fact, the only reason I'm not making any more is because I don't have a proper capture card for the fucking thing. Which I don't even know when the fuck that's gonna be, because I tried getting a capture card ages ago, but that was mostly for the Wii, and the fact it didn't even come with the required cords, so I couldn't even fucking use it. Sorry, I'm just a bit of an OCD freak trying to pick up the more valuable stuff of the drops here.
As if you needed the gold at this point.
Like, I've literally gave you 2 mil just to prove a point of how the currency and economy in Mabby is anything unlike whatever New World is trying to be in that regard. Like, we did discuss that before, right? Like,
not to the extent.
New World was like having some sort of economic deflation going on, in which the money was more valuable than whatever else was available in the game.
Oh yeah, people were hacking the shit out of that game.
That's what you have happen when you have far too many money sinks doing their job as intended, when ultimately it ends up going too well and going the opposite direction of what most MMOs tend to suffer. Like, honestly, it's better for an MMO to have economic inflation and whatever the fuck what was going on with New World and its economic deflation. Like, still, also, they're not really a good thing either way, but one is actually more playable than the other, so make it out what you will.
Well, also, there's the fact that technically there's a finite amount of gold in the game. And the only way that there would be more gold in the game is if more people played it and did the quests and shit.
That's why you need, like, daily quests to be able to give a good chunk of coin every now and then after you hit max level.
Or, you know, actual valuable drops.
Again, daily quests that give out good chunks of gold for doing them when you're at max level. Just not only incentive to play, but also gives you quick coin for mundane tasks at most. Good. We're looking to be nearing the end of this frickin' dungeon, so... Yeah, we're literally at the end of the dungeon. We're in the room when that drops the boss key.
How many hits is it going to take to kill the boss? Considering your power.
You know what? You're too slow for this. You.
You're like, you're too slow. This one.
Okay. The hell did I just... Oh, this. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna... That one was a very good, profitable chess drop, if anything. And we just got about everything in that regard.
Hooray!
Now then, wasn't expecting that to succeed, but oh well.
What weren't you expecting to do well?
It was an 83% chance of succeeding with producing magic powder with that particular gem. Wasn't expecting it to succeed.
Really? You weren't expecting a 6 out of 7 chance of Sun to work?
Well, that was a 97% chance of that succeeding, so there is that to take into consideration. But, that is not really the reason I seek out magic powder. Not for enchanting.
Selling?
Harmonious Cosmos perfume.
The fuck are you talking about?
Stuff for the pet training talent, basically. I'm just gonna move this over. Where could I possibly move this frickin' window to?
Your dog's going nuts, apparently.
And they do that. They do that. Okay, so desummon you for the moment because I have to apparently desummon pets every now and then just to. Okay, okay. So I have 2 more passes for this dungeon remaining on the advanced difficulty. So
Which you're going to make use of to get monies.
Indeed, indeed. Never like dealing with those poisonous spiders at all.
What's wrong with them, aside from the fact that they're poisonous?
And nothing aside from their stupidly weird hitbox shenanigans they pull.
What bullshit do they get up to?
Well, this one only has 2 spiders, so I shouldn't have anything to worry about here. Jinxed it with that one, so.
Yeah, sometimes Murphy's Law just likes to kick in at random.
But yeah, the moment they drop the room key for one of the rooms ahead, that's when you know the spawns are going to stop after this particular wave.
So just keep swinging and stabbing until the key drops.
Basically.
Isn't that the way of most dungeon encounters? Just kill things until they stop appearing?
It depends on the game, to be honest. Depends on what the game allows you to do in that regard. Loving the fact they're having these antidote bundles here and all that, because that will make recuperating from doing this dungeon in particular a lot easier for me once I have the AP to switch over to the Apothecary effect and all that. Ooh, lovely.
Alright, I got a bit of cleanup to do outside, so I'll be a couple minutes.
Okay. Like, I'm not kidding when I said I actually do pay for some of the microtransactions and all that. So I believe my latest actual item-related purchase was last year when they were making the various attires for Christmas and all that. And this set I am wearing right now is part of what I ended up getting. Of course, I had to pay quite a chunk of change in gold for the dyes in order to get it to look the proper colors I wanted it to, but that was just typical Mabby business in the end of the day there.
Never mind that. So, did you finish the run yet, or?
Not yet. Place has got quite a bit of rooms, considering it used to be like a 2 to 3 floor dungeon. But then the dungeon overhaul made it so almost all of the main dungeons are now only 1 floor.
Just lots of rooms?
Yeah. And I was wondering when these pricks were going to show up, because so far I'll be advanced and I'm like almost a third of the way in, and so nope, only now do the larvae spawn. Joy. At least I'll be advanced gives me no shortage of a good variety of finny gems in order to properly get a hold of the profits I need for the long term and all that. Got a lovely little sound there every time a finny gem drops and all that. And you're being a lot feistier than you normally tend to be for me.
Oh no, time to stab more wasps to death. Are there any harder dungeons you could do that things don't find one hit?
Admittedly, yes, but this one's the cheapest and within my profit range and all that to be able to do more manageably and all that. Like, if it falls into sunk cost fallacy where the cost to maintain and go after those sort of dungeons far exceeds what I'm currently capable of outputting and all that, so I'm not going to bother with that kind of effort, you know? If it asks for too much out of me, then whatever it is I'm currently doing, then I'm not going to go out of my way for effort I don't even know will pay off, you know? Especially if it winds up decreasing my overall amount of money rather than giving me profit like here. You get what I mean?
What dungeons have been just like money sinks for you?
Money sink is when the gold is removed from the game, not money generated. Those are
No, I
typically by
mean,
repairs and among other things.
which dungeons have tended you to lose money?
Um, depends on what kind of gear I am required to use for that particular dungeon. Like, for instance, if the dungeon is so hard I have to use heavy armor or something like that to be able to stay alive in it, or have to use significantly beefier weapons than the ones I'm using right now. You know, I never really took that into major consideration, to be perfectly honest. I'm just settling for here. It's because it's the one I'm most familiar with of the advanced range dungeons in all of Olad in all that regard. Enjoy more herbs. Nearing the end of the line, I'm assuming. No chest? Huh. That was a nightmare.
I mean, your health is full, so I don't see what the nightmare is.
I think I might have just leveled up or something. I don't know. Well, she did do damage, but it was only like 1 per hit for melee anyway. Besides, the main reason I know Albie Advance is more profitable than what I typically tend to work with is because of the end dungeon room having a unique little gimmick regarding the larva cocoons you can gather during the main dungeon itself.
How so?
You can craft multiple chest treasure keys by the larva cocoons you get throughout the course of the dungeon, depending on how many larvae spawn. Those can be allowed to give solo players an edge regarding being able to open the entirety of the treasure trove that is Albie Dungeon Advance's treasure room and all that. 83 for both, and they both succeeded, I guess. Not bad. Not bad. Now, should I do the... Tell you what, I'm just gonna end it here, and I'll be advanced on a later date on my own time again, that remaining pass anyway. So anyway, this has been MF217 with...
Someone who wonders why you do these dungeons for a living.
And this has been MF217. Thank you in advance for watching, and we'll see you next time.